Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here. Listen to other great tech podcasts at www.techpodcasts.com.
This is Tech Webcast.
Computers. Gadgets. Another geeky stuff.
It's awesome.
And it's from the future.
Follow us at twitter.com/techwebcast
And
on Facebook and check techwebcast.info for info. Tech Webcast.
Turn on, tune in, drop on.
Welcome to episode 262 of the Tech Webcast podcast, recorded on the 26th of October, 2013. Tech Webcast is recorded every Saturday and rebroadcast on Aussie Tech Heads on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Please rate us on iTunes and like us on Facebook.com/Tech Webcast. Your hosts today are Andrew, Brad, Jen, Steve, Jacob, and Paul Brent. And also musical guest we have is MelissaB.
Yes, indeed, we do, Steve. Welcome, mate.
Hey, how you doing?
How you going, buddy? Good to have you on again. We have Paul on. Welcome back, Paul.
Hey, how you going, Brad?
I'm going fantastic, mate. Also, we've got Jennifer back on, filling in for Jody.
Hello.
You're a good fill-in person. Also, we have Jacob on, which is his birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Jacob.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Jacob.
Okay. It looks like we got Brent in the house now.
We also got Brent on. Welcome, Brent. Welcome to the show, mate.
Hey, folks.
And also, we got a guest on today. Melissa's going to be on. MelissaB.
No. Yeah, MelissaB. Got you.
MelissaB. Right. Okay. Well, that's and tell us about what you do, and you're going to give us a quick song and stuff. If good.
Nice new video first.
New video?
No, the video for what you started.
That's what she's going to sing.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
I'm not singing that. No.
Okay, what song will you sing for us then?
I think I'll sing Jacob Happy Birthday.
Okay, that's good. That's a good idea. That's
okay.
That's very yeah.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to for the last time we spoke?
I've been just gathering things for my project together, trying to finish up my EP, and also working on a couple of Girl Geek dinners that is actually coming up very, very soon. We have the next one coming up with ThoughtWorks December 15th. And I'm working on a performance coming up January 10th or the 17th. I'll let you guys know. And that'll be at Webster Hall.
Nice one. All right, Jacob, any questions for Melissa?
How long have you been singing?
I've been singing. I started singing when I was 5 years old.
Well, Jennifer, any questions?
yeah, actually, Melissa, where are you located? You mentioned you're going to be performing in Webster Hall. Where is that?
That's in New York City.
Oh, okay. Well, great. You're in the Big Apple. Wow.
Yes.
Nice. A lot of great opportunity out there.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. And you also got Google Glass as well, Melissa.
Yes, I do. Brad, I do have the Google Glass.
Yes.
What about them?
Do you like them?
Would you like?
Tell us.
I love them.
What do
I
you-
love them.
you-
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I've been recording a couple of things, in the studio with my friends, and going to do a couple of different places so people could see the stuff that I go through, and it's been fun.
Nice one. All right. Cool stuff. All right, Jacob. Sorry, Paul, what about you?
Yeah, so you're a singer in New York. So you like, are you like a recording artist or anything like that, or?
Let's put it this way. I'm a technology-driven music artist. And basically what that means is I'm a network engineer, and I sing. So I combine both things in my world together as one. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice one.
It's an unusual combination.
Yeah, it's a really unusual combination, but I'm pretty sure that there are other girls out there who do the same thing I do.
Definitely. So, Melissa, did you catch the Apple event last week when it was on?
You mean with the free OS that Apple came out with?
Yeah.
A little bit.
And did you see the new iPads and stuff, or?
A little bit, yeah. I saw them.
What did you think of them?
They're cool. But, the thing is with Apple, I'm ready for a new design. I'm ready to see some other stuff. I think I'm kind of over with the iPad and all that kind of stuff. I'm ready for something new and innovative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most people are wanting Touch ID on the iPad. Like, mentioned Craig Shipp. He was one of the ones that's wanting it on there, but on this go around, they didn't have it.
Mm.
Well, what would you say it would need?
I think if you really look at what's going on with Microsoft and how they basically took the design of what the iPad is and took it to another level. I don't know if you guys saw that they took the keyboard and created like a DJ mixer type of pad to the tablet. I thought that was pretty cool. That they started thinking about how people are utilizing their not iPads, but their tablets, and utilizing it for the music industry as well. And I thought that was kind of cool to do that.
Yeah, nice. That's cool. Steve, any questions?
Well, first, I wanted to say that I listened like last week, listened to one of your music videos. I was really blown away by how well you can sing. Just want to mention that.
Thank you.
And I've heard a lot of singers, but wow, you really blow a lot of people away. So you're primarily, it sounds like you're R&B, which I like the style that you sing in. But do you do other styles as well, or is it around R&B?
No, R&B pop.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Brent, any questions for Melissa?
I'm always curious about people in music. I mean, it's extremely competitive. What do you do to differentiate? How do you get the word out and rise above all the many people competing for attention?
I think that with the lane that I'm in a completely different lane for myself. I'm not like the norm, and I'm utilizing what I know best, and also reaching out to my fans and networking with people a lot. That's how I've been able to reach out to people. So I think within what I do, I'm just trying to do it a different way.
Actually,
and that's what a lot of people are saying.
I just thought of another question for Melissa. Now that you mentioned that you're looking for something new, other than like the iPad or something, what would you like to see? Maybe develop?
You want to know what I would like to see? I would actually like to see, your phone turning into, you'll be able to use your phone and have it prompt out with an infrared type of keyboard that comes out of your phone, and be able to do it on top of a surface or something like that. Or actually have something pop out in 3D or something like that. But obviously, that's a couple years down the road. You're not going to see anything like that.
Like the Minority Report?
With you. I was just going to say, I completely agree. I'm waiting for some type of holographic thing to pop out of our phone. Yeah, that's what's next. Or out of our watch or out of our phone or whatever it is.
Holographic Siri.
Yeah.
I mean that is the next step, but it's a thing of are people really ready for that? Do you think people are really ready for that? I mean, it's like spoon feeding people with specific things in technology. You can't give them but so much because it's information overload. You don't want to do that with them.
Yeah, I think for the general mainstream, it has to be gradual, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm
not for
telling
people like us, but yeah.
Yeah, we get it. We're just like, we want to get it now, and we should have had it yesterday. I'm ready to transport myself like, Star Trek and stuff and go across the
I'm wondering, why do we not have that now?
I know.
All right. Any more questions before we get into some music?
Are you going to be touring anywhere else besides where you are now? Are you planning on touring anytime soon?
I don't know. I'm working on that. I'll ask.
I have a good one to ask.
Try your team with maybe one day. Go ahead, Jacob. Yep, go ahead.
If you weren't in music, what would you be doing right now?
If I wasn't in music, what would I be doing right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Wouldn't you just do IT, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't do just IT. I would do what else? No, I wouldn't. I'd probably design.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Probably graphic design. It would still be part of IT, but I like to do a little bit of things, and also probably video editing and stuff. I like doing stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
I'd still
think
be
it's,
something artistic.
Yeah, definitely.
I think a good common obligatory question for those in the performance and creative fields is, what are maybe your top 1 or 2 or 3 inspirations that you use for songwriting?
You know, for songwriting, sometimes it comes to me. It just happens, or I have a dream, or sometimes I'll just be talking to somebody, a friend of mine. They'll have a conversation with me, or a specific word someone says, or I'll be sitting on the train somewhere and someone says something and I'll jot it down, like a sentence or a word, and just pop something in my head. Something like that.
Does it all come to you organically like that, or do you also then say, okay, let me carve out some time to sit down and try to write some lyrics, try to write some melodies here as well too?
If I'm pressured into having to write something, then I have to force myself to write stuff, and I try to like not think about it and let it just flow. But usually I just like to just write and just have things. Sometimes I just have a feeling, and then I just pick a beat, and then I just go write. Sometimes that happens for me, but other times I might have to I have to write at that moment, and I have to think about a situation or something. I call it my emotion Rolodex, and I think about an emotion and I pull it and keep myself in that moment and try to write.
Cool. All right, let's get into some music. What's you going to sing to Jacob?
Huh?
You're going to sing.
Oh, yeah, I was going to sing happy birthday to him.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Just mute while she sings, everyone. So, yeah, we'll come back after this.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jacob. Happy birthday to you.
Yay.
Nice.
Hey, I can't wait till my birthday.
Happy birthday, Jacob.
So there you go, Jacob. What do you reckon?
Is he still there?
He's all choked up.
I think he's gone.
Or has he gone into
We're not hiding.
He's gone.
He's shy.
Okay.
I'm right here.
He was probably screaming.
Probably.
Hey, look up the chat.
Oh,
You said that your heart melted. Aw, I think Jacob has a little crush.
No, it's actually, it made me happy.
Oh, that's so great.
That's nice. That was beautiful.
Thanks.
All right. Well, you want to hang around with some news, Melissa, or do you need to head off, mate?
I have to head off, mate.
Okay.
And one day, Jacob, I'll come to Florida, and then Brad, I'll make sure I'll come out there and come to Australia.
Please do. Please do. We're still waiting for that moment to happen.
Corpus Christi, Texas.
Yeah.
Australia, one thing you should know, Australia doesn't catch on fire.
No, it doesn't.
I would hope
NBC
not if
are
you
wrong.
guys don't catch it on fire.
Wow.
Thanks for being.
Brad, you're in Brisbane, right?
No, in Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
And
Melbourne. That's
Steve's
right. You didn't tell me.
where are you from? Paul, you're in Sydney, right?
Yeah, I'm in Sydney at the moment, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you're in Sydney. Okay, cool.
All right. Thanks for being on, Melissa. Appreciate it.
Okay.
And check out, what's your website before you give us a quick plug of your website and stuff before people?
My website is MelissaB.com, and on my Twitter is MelissaB Live.
Wicked. All right, thank you.
Okay. You guys have a great weekend, and I had a great time.
No problem.
All right.
Bye,
Okay.
Melissa.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. All right.
Now, because she sang the whole song, are you obligated now, Brad, to pay royalties?
Well, actually,
we'll talk about that later.
Happy Birthday is a copyrighted song, believe it or not.
It is. Yeah, it is.
It is. It is. Yep. Okay. So, Paul, let's talk about the Apple event for a minute, and let's get your view on it. What was your highlight of the event, mate?
I like the new iPad Air. I hate the name, but anyway, the Air is really, really cool. But I'm thinking now, are they going to come out with an iPad Pro or something now? Or, try to match the lineup that they have with the MacBooks? You know how they got the whole Air, Mini, and, well, actually, they don't have the Mini, but that's in the desktop range. But it just feels like they're trying to line it up that way. And then you hear rumors of this 13-inch iPad coming out sometime. Would that be the considered iPad Pro or whatever?
Yeah. I think it's to do with how light it is and stuff, I think, and thin.
Oh, yeah, but the naming schema it just is like it's sort of making way for something else.
Right, yeah, true. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what I think on the iPad. A bit disappointed that the iPad Mini is not. The only difference is basically it's an iPad Retina. Oh, actually, no. It's the good thing about it is that it's matched specs to, instead of completely older generation hardware, it's actually matched the specs to the next generation iPad, which I thought was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And lastly, the new Mac Pro, I think is pretty good as well.
Yeah,
but,
I agree. One of the best things I've seen on the show, and also the Mavericks. Did you get Mavericks on your computer?
Yeah, I got Mavericks on the computer. I took a chance and I just upgraded, pretty much.
Nice.
So whatever happens, happens.
Me.
All right, Jennifer. What about you? What was your highlight of the event?
Well, I did like the iPad Air announcement, and like Paul, I do wonder if they are going to make an iPad Pro and what they're going to do with the lineup going forward. I like the thin bezel around. I think it's really pretty, and the fact that it's only £1 and it's faster, and it definitely makes me want one. I was a bit disappointed that there was not a fingerprint scanner in it. However, I still am considering possibly upgrading to the iPad Air. So we'll see. Also, I'm drooling over the Pro. I don't have a need for it, but gosh, I really would love to have it in my home. So I was pretty excited. I felt like when I was watching the keynote, I felt like I was watching a Bears game or something. I was cheering and clapping and laughing, and I was so excited. So good event, real good event.
All right. What about you, Jacob?
Well, for the most part, yeah, I have to agree with Jennifer. The iPad, it has to have the touch ID. Now, I wish they would, like some of these apps and stuff that they have on there. Like the phone, it only has like the accelerometer and the compass, but the iPad doesn't. They should put that in the next one, because a lot of people would like to use some of their apps that, like, some of their games have to have it, or you can't use the app. It's just garbage.
Mm. All right. What about you, Brent? What's your view on?
I think, it's pretty much what we expected to see. There was no huge shocks or surprises, but following the iPhone 5C and 5S announcements earlier, this is rounding out their offerings for fourth quarter and for the holiday season, and they're going to be very successful. I think the MacBook Air name is primarily being used to say you got to see it and feel it and touch it for yourself before you understand it, because it is so thin and pictures don't do it justice, because that's what the MacBook Air really was. It didn't get a huge reputation or following until people really got hands-on and says, that is really insanely thin. So It's about what we expected, but a good product line for the fourth quarter, and they'll have excellent sales, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. I was actually quite shocked about Mavericks. I thought it was like $20, but it came out for free.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Couldn't believe
I wonder what Microsoft are going to do to retaliate on that.
Don't know.
Give away a whole computer for free.
What about you, Steve?
A couple of things. Of course, what Jacob said with the Touch ID. Utilizing it in iPads, it's going to be a while because I think right now they're having shortages, and I think that's why we're seeing the iPhone 4 or 5S not having as many being released because due to a shortage. Also, was mentioned some of you guys. I think the iPad Pro coming out. It depends on what you mean Pro as far as having the Mac desktop on a tablet. I really doubt that because the way Apple sees things, a touch experience is not great on a desktop. If they can solve that problem where touch is really great on a desktop like an iMac, then they might release one perhaps in the future. But until they break that barrier, I don't think so.
All right.
I concur. Yeah, I agree with you. They should bring out this because it wouldn't work on desktop because of the touch capability, because you wouldn't be able to use it as much. That's why I would rather see it on the iPad but not on the computer, because like some other computers like HP tried that route with their HP TouchSmart PCs. And I don't remember if it went well or not.
All right.
That's just another one.
All right, let's jump into the news then, Jennifer. As always, we just go through them at once, and then at the end we'll talk about.
Okay,
sorry.
I'll run through all the topics then, and then we'll discuss at the end.
Yep. Sure.
So the first story comes from the Wall Street Journal. Microsoft is working on its own version of Google Glass. Here it says Microsoft may not have hopped on the smartphone bandwagon especially early, but it's not about to be left behind again. According to the Wall Street Journal, Microsoft is already working on its own smart glass. Unnamed sources have told the Wall Street Journal that prototypes exist and are actively being tested, but specifics are sparse beyond that. So that's story number one, and let's put that on the table, and we'll move on to story number two. Story number two talks about the Mavericks upgrade, which we actually talked about that, but it's coming from Computer World. And 9 out of 10 Macs are eligible for free Mavericks upgrades. I'm hearing some background noise. If people can mute their lines. Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Please mute.
Okay. So 9 out of 10 Macs are eligible for free Mavericks upgrades. OS 10 Mavericks, the Mac operating system that Apple offered on Tuesday as a free upgrade, could end up on more than 90% of Macs, according to statistics. So that's quite tremendous to have that type of adoption. All right, I'll go on to the next story. This is by ZDNet. iPad mini Retina shipments will not meet demand in Q4. So this story talks about their announcement of the new iPad mini Retina and how they, kind of like how with the iPhone 5S, how we're having kind of demand issues there, that we might have the same thing here. So we'll see if they can actually meet their requirements in Q4, but it says they will not. So, all right, next story. This is by ZDNet, and it is entitled, Want to Know Who's Spying on You Online? Well, there is an app for that. Would you like to know who's watching you and what websites you visit? There's an app that can tell that for you. The app is called Lightbeam. And it is put out, I should be reading the entire story, but put up by Mozilla. So it's called Lightbeam, and it will tell you what websites are tracking you and who's viewing you online. So pretty cool. And the next story by Gizmodo. This is why USB ports could be the power outlets of the very near future. Says here, there's a lots of love about USB. The plugs are small and convenient. The cable can carry both power and data. Plus, USB is, well, universal. This is why USB is considered by some to be the future of electricity. Smart grids, more convenient storage, solar power, according to a new Economist report. It's all easier with USB. So we have that to look forward to. Moving on. Only a few more stories here, guys. So this one comes from Gizmodo as well. It's a drone's eye view of the NSW fires. So fires, unfortunately, continue to burn out of control all over New South Wales, and exhausted crews are battling to get the blazes under control. And this drone view on this website here shows you what they're seeing with that. So very cool. And yeah, I'm almost done. I'm not done. There's more. There's more. Yes. So also in the lineup, new versions of iLife and iWork are free with new Apple devices. So if you haven't those already, you'll get free updates. So that's very nice that they're free. And the final story, Tourism Australia remains most liked Facebook page down under. So it talks about a Facebook page, Tourism Australia, and it is #1 among fans. And that wraps it up for the news, Brad.
Great news stories, Jennifer. Good to have you on.
Oh, thank you for having me on.
Well read, and you should be on the news.
Oh, thank you.
We have got you on. Welcome, Ozzy, to the show. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, welcome.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, mate? Good to have you on. Jacob, what's your view on them stories?
Well, the Mac OS Mavericks, I was like, it was jaw-dropping because usually you have to pay like $20 just to get one copy.
Yeah, definitely. It's good they made it free. Steve?
I have a few more.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, and I would love to talk about USB ports using as power. That would actually help me out because, like, you have a port on the wall, plug in your, like, put like a port somewhere in your house where you can plug in your, like, said iPhone, whatever device or tablet. It might be easier for you to use.
Okay.
Yeah, but wouldn't you agree?
I agree. Yeah, definitely. 100%, mate. Yep. Anything else?
I like the idea of the iLife and iWork free with new devices.
That's a good deal. So if Ozzy got a new iPhone, she could have them apps on her phone for free.
Damn, sorry, I don't have one. I'm stuck in the dinosaur world.
Yeah,
it's time. I guess it's time for you to get one.
Yeah, I was just saying, if you did have a new iPhone, you could download them apps for free. But yeah. Okay, what about you, Paul? You having any views on them stories?
I think the Microsoft story is they're doing some sort of good in trying to innovate, but judging by their history, they should just probably stick with Windows.
Yeah.
To be honest, they're doing well in that sector, so yeah, just stick with that. That's all I'm going to say.
Because Jennifer had Jason from TechAU on her podcast the other day. Now, he's a big Microsoft fan, and which he probably would like that story, I think.
I think he'd love it.
Yeah. Okay, anything else, Paul, you want to say?
No, that's pretty much all.
All right, what about you, Steve?
Actually, the one story that I kind of like, of course, we've been talking a lot about Apple coming out, was the why USB ports could be the power outlets of tomorrow. Of course, now they're using these outlets where you can not only plug electrical power, but for USB devices to power them up. I don't really see USB replacing the power grid anytime soon. I think it's okay to have both because you can't strictly go all DC because AC is so prevalent. And then if you use primarily a DC powered electrical outlets. We still have a lot of AC motors out there. If you have a vacuum cleaner, a mixer, or something like that, obviously wouldn't work. You need a converter. So I don't see that happening even in the future.
All right.
I would like to see the days where you can basically go anywhere in the world and basically charge your devices without an adapter. Because that would be cool.
That would be cool. That would be fantastic. What about you, Brent? What's your view on the stories?
With the USB powering thing, there's already been a history at airports specifically where you can pay to quickly connect USB to power up or charge your device before you get on a flight if you really need to. And some of these smaller companies that have operated in these airports have used that connection not only to feed you power, but to grab your contact list and whatever they can from your phone when it's plugged in. So using USB for power is probably a bad idea on the long haul. And Steve's right as well. I mean, to run a blender off of one just isn't going to work. That would overheat the thin little cable. It's not the gauge is incorrect for power for high draw devices. So I'm dubious about that.
Brent, let me ask you. I have to interrupt you. Say that again. So there were reports of people plugging in their devices at airports and their contact lists were siphoned off their phones?
Yeah, not from the airport or whatever, but these third-party companies, they set up a kiosk, an unmanned kiosk that says, drop in some coins or swipe your card or whatever. And if you can't find an outlet to charge up your mobile device before you get on your flight, you can pay $1 and that'll let you charge up for 20 minutes. And in doing so, there was devices in these kiosks that would extract any and all bits of data it can without knowing to the customers. And obviously that became a huge downside to using both power and, USB is fundamentally a data cable. So the power benefits are nice, but it's very high risk if you don't trust the party you're connecting to.
Yeah, interesting. I never even thought about that. That's interesting.
Supposedly
Thanks for sharing with me.
Supposedly there's a third-party USB recharger like I'm showing right now, and it actually would inject malware into your device.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, this is a bad idea altogether. But just real quick on the other, there's kind of two stories that Jennifer talked about earlier that were kind of related. Both Mavericks going free and the iWork and iLife going free were both kind of unexpected. And I thought that was extremely interesting for one specific reason. And that, I think, is an attack specifically at Microsoft. They know that Microsoft is hurting in the mobile. They're trying their best to catch up. They're not having great success with the Windows 7 or the Surface yet. They just can't get developers, even though it's fundamentally a pretty okay platform. And Apple realizes that their bread and butter is Windows. Their bread and butter is Office products. That's how they make their money, and that's what they can still rely on. So Apple's in a great position financially to say, screw it, let's give away our stuff for free and take a stab at somebody and say free OSs and free equivalents to Office applications, or as close as we can get. That's pretty much pointing their finger right at Redmond saying that's for you guys, Microsoft.
They even showed the Windows photo on the screen at the Apple event too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The price for $199.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah, it wasn't very subtle. When they put it up, they don't say it, but they kind of slide the dirty work for them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it's nice because that way they also don't have that segmentation out there in the field, right? So the majority of people, it says here, 90% of Macs will be converted over. 9 out of 10, I'm sorry. It's not 90%. So that's a pretty good conversion rate. So they have very little segmentation up there. So it's got to be easier for developers too, I would imagine.
Yep. And Ozzy, do you have a view on them stories or the Apple event? Did you catch that at all? Or?
I didn't really catch much. Yeah, but that's crazy with the USB cord taking the contacts and stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's very crazy.
You don't know who you can trust now. It's crazy.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. And okay, Steve, what else is going on the show?
You talking about this show or what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just listening. You guys are putting in some great ideas, especially with the USB powered thing for main power. What he mentioned was actually very great to add about. You can't worry if they're going to be injecting data or extracting it from the USB port and other things.
Cool. And Ozzy, did you see the new iPads that they announced, or haven't had a chance to look at that yet?
I haven't looked at them. Sorry.
Your iPads look fantastic.
Nice.
Yes, they are very nice. Paul, what about you? What have you been up to for the past week, mate?
Well, I got a Pebble while I'm waiting for it to arrive.
Okay.
So this will be my first ever, smartwatch, if you want to call it that.
Yep.
The reason I went for the Pebble was basically it was the only one that was waterproof, and I sort of wouldn't go for a watch that wasn't waterproof. So I need a waterproof watch for the stuff I do. But I thought it was really good for what it could do. Like, considering it was an e-paper screen or something or other, it lasts a week worth of battery. And plus you got the abilities to customize it pretty much like an Android phone at pretty much any stage. Even on, I believe iOS also has all these apps now that you can do this with. And then the other thing is that it works on both Android and iOS. That was the main reason why I went for it. Whereas the other ones, like the Sony Watch 2 and the Galaxy Gear, which works with one phone or two phones, it wasn't exactly worth it in my eyes.
Well,
what
I wasn't
color did you opt for
aware.
to get your Pebble?
Go ahead, Brent. I'm sorry.
I was just asking what color did you pick for your Pebble?
Black.
Good pick.
Are you using it with your iPhone or Android?
Probably at this stage, it'd be probably both the Android phone and the iOS phone that I have. Well, there's only one, the iPhone, which is an iOS phone. Yeah.
So you can't pair it with more than one phone at a time, right? It has to be.
Yeah. No, you can pair it with multiple phones. Basically, it has the option to go, you want to pair with this phone, select this phone. You want to pair with this phone, you select this phone. So it works out pretty well in the way it works.
Nice.
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 Very nice. Yeah. What's the price on that, Paul, for that watch?
What's 150 US, but they charge you about 165 Australian for it.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And that's free shipping and everything.
Yeah, that's good.
Paul, do you wear a watch daily today already, or are you going to be starting with this?
No, I do watch. I do have a watch on me all the time. Like at the moment, I have one that's waterproof for about 100 meters, but it's not a smartwatch or anything. Like the smartest thing it does is basically powers itself because it's solar powered. And plus it's got, the date on it. That's as smart as the watch as it gets. But yeah, when the Pebble comes, it'll be something completely different to what I'm used to. And I think it'll benefit me in some ways. Sometimes you really don't want to have to take your phone out of your pocket for anything when you get a certain notification.
All right, good stuff. Jakey, what about you? Do you wear a watch, and how was your week so far?
Yeah, I wear a watch, but not a Pebble.
Okay.
And it's also my birthday today.
It is your birthday today. Happy birthday, mate, and hope you had a good one. And your mum,
Happy birthday.
after yourself.
Yep.
Any questions in the chat room, Steve? Steve?
I think, we had one for the guest. A couple of them came up, but we had the co-hosts already bring in a lot of
About
questions.
engineering. You asked a question about the engineering or something. Something about engineering?
No, he was talking about something else.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was,
All right. Okay. Ozzy, do you wear a watch, or do you get any smart watches at all? Or?
I don't wear any watches. I just use my phone.
Okay.
I'm not much of a jewelry person.
Cool.
Or accessories. Kind of, I don't know.
You don't accessorize?
I'm cutting out my shirt for accessories right now.
What's that?
Oh, she doesn't accessorize?
I don't think she does. No.
Okay.
I do, but like in my own way.
Oh, okay.
I'm like cutting up a t-shirt right now, actually, and making it into a halter top.
Oh, that'll work.
wow.
So I kind of accessorize with that and like ribbons and yeah.
That's cool.
If it was a smart necklace, would you get it?
I don't know. I'm not really much for like the big technology stuff. I'm more of like a nature kid, so I go more with the feathers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
And Jennifer, what about you?
Sorry, I wear a Nike Fuel Band, and that one has a watch on it. So let me tell you, when I watch launches here in the coming months, I will be getting one of those.
Well, I always thought they would have launched one the other day at the Apple event. They didn't. That never happened.
I didn't, but I think it's very close. I think we're really close to seeing one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, fairly close.
Before we go, tell us about your podcast, Jennifer.
Oh, well, thanks. I have a podcast called Get Nerdy With It. That's getnerdywithit.com. And we have all sorts of fun guests. We just talked with Saul Fleischman from Right Tag the other night. And we've had Tag Webcast on the show as well. And a lot of techie guests and some people that aren't into tech as well. And so it's just an interview-based podcast. And we come out every Thursday night. And it's usually available on Friday morning. So definitely check us out.
All right, nice one. And you're on Twitter as well?
We're on Twitter. So I'm on Twitter under J Ruggiero, but the podcast is getnerdy_with it on Twitter.
Nice one. And your phone? What's your main phone? My Note 3?
I am using, well, I just got the Note 3 today, but my default phone is my Moto X. So I'm using the Note 3 now in addition to the Moto X and the iPhone 5. And
okay.
Yeah, I can't say enough about the Note 3 yet since I just got it a few hours ago. So we'll see. I'll have to give it a fair try and see how it is.
What do you think about the Moto X phone?
Oh my God, I love it. Because there's no bloatware on it. It's just it's a clean Android experience.
Yeah.
None of that Samsung bloatware. It's beautiful, and the things that they added into it are things that I actually use, like the camera on with the flip of the wrist, and the OK Google now, and it actually just tried to answer me now. When I say that, it responds. I use that all the time, and it works so well. So I'm really, really happy with it. Yeah.
All right. What's your final view on this show, Jennifer?
On this show, well, I think it's an awesome show because we have Miss Melissa on, we have some good guests on, and it's Jacob's birthday. So
yes,
definitely a great show. Yes, yes.
Great show. As always, Jacob, what's your view on this show and the Twitter name, mate?
Well, we did a good show tonight, especially when we had MelissaB singing the birthday song for me.
Yeah, she did, and you went all crazy.
I had to mute. I just said my heart melt.
Okay, that's good. What's your Twitter name, mate?
Jazzbot326691Z.
All right, good stuff. Brent, what about you?
I thought it was an excellent mix to see the creative side and the artistic side of one half of the show and get that perspective and talk a little bit about the songwriting process, and then completely nerd out at the end and get into the nerdy stuff and technical stuff at the end. It's an excellent harmony.
I agree.
Good formula to stick with.
I agree. Yep, definitely. Who do we miss? Ozzy, what about you?
Yes. Wait. What? What do you want me to say? I don't have a Twitter or anything. I have an Instagram. That's about it. I'm not even on Facebook. It's horrible.
That's right. You're not on Facebook very much. Yeah.
I don't even have a TV. I really do have a busy life, though, I swear.
That's good. It's good that you're busy.
The Bay Area keeps me busy.
That's good. All right, Steve, what about you?
Well, I like to say I like getting nerdy with it too, and you can find me on Twitter as Chatterbox_live.
Can you get me on Twitter, Brad Oz on Tech Webcast. Jenna, who's your guest for your podcast this week?
We just had Saul Fleischman on, and so next week I'm not certain who's coming up, but we just had Right Tag on last night. It came out today.
Maybe you should interview Steve from Chatterbox Live.
Yeah, Steve. Would love to have you on.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay. Oh, when is it?
This Thursday, mate.
This Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Thursday, yeah, next Thursday.
Next Thursday night.
Actually, I'm off that work. Yeah, maybe after the show, I'll have to contact you and figure it out.
We'll catch up. We'll get together off air.
And we can get nerdy with it.
Yeah.
And we'll get nerdy with it for sure.
Hey, everybody puts on nerd glasses.
Oh, yeah. That's a requirement.
Yeah. Do you wear glasses, Jennifer? Or?
Only late at night when I'm driving on a road that I can't see. So, but other than that, I avoid wearing them. Do you wear them at all, or do you wear contacts?
I don't wear glasses at all, but I do like glasses though.
I got some 3D glasses on right now.
You do?
Yeah.
I have some nerdy glasses. I do have some nerdy glasses.
What about you, Ozzy? Do you have any nerdy glasses?
I don't have any glasses, and I don't wear contacts. I have sunglasses.
That's cool.
I fit in well, don't I?
Hey, you don't even have the one with the banana nose?
I don't.
Banana nose.
No,
you talking about Groucho Marx?
Yeah, the Groucho Marx glass that you can put on and has a fake banana nose with the mustache.
No, don't have those.
I don't think she would wear them, Jacob.
Hey, it's a good Halloween costume.
I get my fuzzy animal hat. How's that? My pink bunny hat.
Works. That works. That sounds cute.
I wear that quite often.
That's cool. Now, I'm not sure if I asked Paul or not. Paul, did I ask you about your Twitter and stuff?
No. So everything is PGary12, basically. YouTube, Twitter, G+, and obviously, yeah, that's all.
Right, any videos coming up, mate, soon?
Yeah, I got to get around to editing that stuff. I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Okay.
Hey, I liked the review of your the new router that you got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the new router, yeah.
Yeah.
It was TP Link, I think.
Yeah, TP Link sent me through that, so I reviewed it for them. You can always tell when someone sends me something because then I try to do a good job of it. The review.
That's cool. So Paul, so you're gonna get the new iPad when it comes out?
Yeah, I haven't decided on whether or not I'm going to actually line up for this, or because it really kills me this year that they didn't have pre-orders for the iPad. Like every year except the iPad 2, it's been pre-orders. The fact that they didn't do it this year, I haven't decided whether if I'm going to line up or actually just wait the extra couple of days.
Yeah.
And order it online.
Yeah, that's what I'm just going to order online with the iPad Mini Retina. Because I love it.
Okay.
That's good stuff. All right, thanks for being on, guys. Jacob, what do you want to say before we go?
You lost the game, Brad, for this week.
Yeah, well, you lost the game triple time, and this is from Siri. If I can play it, but listen to this, mate. Listen to this. Here we go.
Happy birthday, Jacobs. Happy birthday, Jacobs. Happy birthday, Jacobs. Happy birthday, Jacob.
Wow.
Nice.
From Aussie Tech Heads, join Will, Eric, and myself as we review the latest, most up-to-date, important tech news that affects you from Australia and the world. A weekly podcast available each Friday through iTunes. Watch the live stream recording of the show at live.thesecrethub.com each Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. or GMT plus 10. Call in live via Skype or chat in our lounge. However you get us, just make sure you do. Listen or visit our website for more information, www.aussietechhead.com.au. Aussie Tech Heads, Australia's longest running tech news podcast.
Happy birthday, Jacobs. Happy birthday, Jacobs. Happy birthday, Jacobs. Happy birthday, Jacob.
Well, that's it for Tech Webcast this week. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed having your mind expanded. Tune in next week for more tech talk with Brad, Jason, and whatever crazy guest they've managed to rope in. Don't forget to get the Tech Webcast app from iTunes. Follow us on Twitter at Tech Webcast, and of course, check us out on Facebook too. Until next time, may the tech be with you. Peace.